We will see how to install Oracle 90C on Amazon Linux 2. So this is my home screen of AWS console, and from here I will search EC2 instance because we are going to create an Amazon Linux 2 machine first, then we will try to install Oracle 90C on that. Okay, so this is EC2 home screen. From here you can go to dashboard, and you see currently there's no instance is running, right? So what we'll do, we will launch new instance first. Click on it, and you can put any name like Amazon Linux 2. Okay, whatever name you want you can put for this instance, and here we need to select the OS image. So by default it is selected as Amazon Linux. Okay, and the default AMI is selected to 2023. So this is the latest Linux of Amazon. Okay, Amazon Linux version. So we will not select this, we will go with some previous version, Amazon Linux 2. Okay, so and this is 64-bit operating system we are going to create here. Okay, now see, if you see here, this is the publisher date, EC2 user, this is the username for this host. Now third one, we need to select instance type. So instance, there are different types of instances are available, like T2 Nano. This is having 0.5 GB RAM, and again 1 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM. So T2 medium instance is having 4 GB RAM. So we will go with it, okay, because at least we need 4 GB RAM for Oracle installation. And then we need to create a key pair. So is there any key pair already created? No. Now we will create a new key pair. Okay, so here you can put any name, Amazon Linux 2, something like that. You can put any name. Okay, and here you need to select RSA, and the format should be .pem file or PPK, whatever you want you can select that. Okay, so create it, and it will download the PEM file here. Right now, what we'll do, I will tell you how to use that. Okay, first let me rename it because already there was one file which was created earlier by me. So let me remove those files first so that there's no confusion. Now let me rename it as it is. Okay, fine. Now what we'll do some network settings here. See, by default there is a VPC on each machine which we create. This is default VPC. If you want you can create new one, but you should have some network knowledge, and as per requirement you can create those things new. Okay, from here you need to select subnet, and this should be enabled, and I'm going with the default setting only, so it will create a security group here. You can also select existing one. So this is the security group name, and these are some inbound and outbound security rules like SSH TCP, and this is port number 22. And from anywhere you can access the instance, so you need to add this source type anywhere, and this is the IP 0000, and source information. And from now you need to configure some hard disk, and free tier eligible can get up to 30 GB. So we'll go with 30 GB only. Okay, that's it. And here right side you can see this is a summary, Amazon Linux 2 kernel 5.10, and this is T2 medium instance, and the new security group already, and 30 GB memory is attached with that. So you just need to click on launch. Within few minutes it will launch the instance, and then we will see how to connect those instances. Click here on the ID, then you come to know what is the progress. Okay, so this is my instance, and in few seconds it will be ready. See, currently it is running, but we will wait for 2 check should be enabled here. Okay, currently it is in initializing stage. So if you click here, check this instance name, you can see all the details: instance ID, public IP, private IP, server name, everything you will come to know, about the instance. So whatever you want you can check from here. I'm not going with the details because this video is all about how to install Oracle 90. So we'll focus on that. Okay, so let's wait for some time. Till the time let me configure my putty here. Okay, copy the public IP, and you need to just first open PuttyGen. If you don't have Putty in your laptop, then you just download Putty from official website. This is the official website. Okay, Putty, and the latest version you can download from here, right? So yeah, let me open PuttyGen first. What we'll do, we will convert that PEM file into private key. Okay, so download, if you select all here, and this is the Amazon Linux.pem file we have downloaded. Open it. Okay, and you can save it as a private key. Okay, in download folder only, Amazon Linux key, but make sure don't give any extension, because by default it will take .ppk, and we need ppk only, right? Already set. And meantime let me refresh it if 2 checks are enabled or not. Okay, it will take 1 minute or maybe 2 minutes. Meantime let me open Putty. I will configure some other settings here, and if you see these are the old ones, so let me remove these things from here. And this is the public IP of my latest machine. If you see here, like 140. Now port number 22, and I will give the name. You can give any name, like Amazon Linux 2 underscore, whatever name you want you can give here. Save it. Click on it, and you need to go in connection, then SSH, then authentication, then security, and here you need to test the private key which we downloaded, because without private key you can't access it. Okay, from here X11 should be enabled. Okay, that's it. You can save it. Now let me check it again if 2 checks are enabled or not, then we will go with further stuff. See, 2 checks are passed. Now we can access this machine from anywhere. Okay, so just let me minimize it. and we will go one by one how to check and how to install Oracle 90c on this machine. So let me open it. It will ask to accept, and from EC2 user you can log in. Let me tell you, EC2 user default is for every AWS machine. Okay, here you need to you can see Amazon Linux 2, and the end of this operating system should be 30 June 2026, and this is the let me let me check the server name. So this you can check like this. Okay, so finally we have created an Amazon EC2 instance, Amazon Linux 2 instance here. Okay, now we will try to install Oracle on this machine. Okay, so to install Oracle we need to switch to the root user, sudo switch hyphen. This is the syntax. Now you can see who am I, we are connected as a root user. Okay, right, let me clear it. Okay, now what we'll do to install Linux 90c, we need to follow some process. So what we'll do, we will check enum -a. Let me check, and we already connected through root user. Okay, so this is the things we can check here. Now next thing is we need to install some pre-installs. So these are some packages we need to install. So this is the Amazon Linux 2. I will keep this document on blog post, and I will provide a link in the description, video description, so you can go through it. Okay, don't need to worry. Copy, and here you need to enter it. It will install it quickly. Okay, see, it is done. Right, now let me clear it so that you have a screen on home screen. Now we need to set some kernel parameters in this file. So what we do, we are just doing everything from root user only. Whenever I will switch user, I will let you know. Okay, so vi, this is the kernel file escape, and you can go down. Okay, at the last you can press enter here. Okay, and now what we need to do, we need to add these parameters in kernel file. Okay, and colon wq, and you can save it. Right, now what we need to do, we can just verify these parameters are configured correctly or not. So this is the command, these parameters are already configured, and we can also check like this. Okay, see, right, and you can also check like this. These are the all commands to check these parameters. Right, now what we'll do, we will set enforce permissive. So here enforce is disabled, and we will set it permissive. Okay, now this is everything is going root user. Let me clear it. So till now everything is clear. Now from root user, set the limit for Oracle user and add the below entries in this file. So let me open this file, vi. Okay, escape, and you can go at the last of this file, and here is you can see this is the end of file. So here you can insert those things. Let me copy paste. Okay, and I copy pasted wq and save. I already saved this file. Now I need to disable the swap so that we will not face any issue further. Okay, we will disable the swap from here. Okay, now on other machine, maybe Red Hat or somewhere or VirtualBox, you need to disable this firewall, but here Amazon Linux machine, it is not applicable, right? So just try, but it will not work, I'm sure. Okay, no need to do this step. Now what we need to do, we need to create some groups. Okay, to install Oracle database or install DBA, but these groups need to be created first. Okay, from root user only. So groups already created. Now we will add the users in these groups, like DBA and other users, Oracle users. Now groups already created and user already attached those groups. Now we will set the password for Oracle user first. Right, it will ask for the password, so you can put any password which you need to remember. Okay, so Oracle user password already set. Now what we need to do, we need to create some directories, right, to get the installation done. So what we can, these are the directories I'm going to create here using root user only. So directories are already created. Now I will create change the ownership for these directories, and I will change the ownership for this as well. Okay, now clear. Okay, fine. So what I need to do now, everything is done from root user. So to create the base profile, I need to switch to the Oracle user. So I'm switching to the Oracle user from root user. Currently I'm on root user, so switch to Oracle. Right, now who am I, it will ask who am I. This is the Oracle user. Okay, what I will do, I will create a base profile. Okay, vi, this is the base profile, escape, and you can go at the end of this file. Here you need to put these entries, all these entries. Okay, these entries in base file, and you can save. We are just configure the environment. For example, this is the host name, but I think my host name is different in this case. So what I will do, I will copy my host name again, enum-a. This is the host name, that was the previous one. Okay, so in this case this is my host name. Okay, now how to edit that file, base profile. So base, copy this file from here, and you can open vi base profile. Now escape, and you go with the host entries, and just remove it. Okay, later you can put the correct one here. Now copy paste the correct host name here. Okay, and you can put here. Okay, escape save this file. Now everything is correct. So base profile is already created. Now to reload base profile, what we need to do, dot base. Okay, sorry. So this is reload is done. Now you can check those environments using this command. See, this environment is already set. Unique name cdb1 sid orcl base location. This is the host name. This is the extreme. This is the Oracle home. So we have done the environment setup. Now you can check this like this. See, currently what is the location? pwd Oracle base. If you click on cd dollar Oracle underscore home, it will allow you to the Oracle home screen, right? Now we have done everything. It is clear. Now what we need to do? We need to copy the software and patches unzip, using Oracle user. Ownership should be O install. So we will go with this location, and what we'll do, we will install, we will download the Oracle software directly from the Oracle website here at this location. So as I'm already at this location, okay, what I need to do, now I need to open download, I will download Oracle 90C for Linux. See, Oracle 19C 9030 for this is for Linux machine RPM method, and this is the file we are going to download from here. Okay, so let me click on it. It will ask for a license. Okay, and then it will ask for login credential. So if you have Oracle account, you can log in here. So I put my credential, and once you log in, it will start downloading here. See, so what you do, just copy this link from here, download link, and you can pause it. Okay, no problem, you can pause it. Because we are not actually going to download this, we just copy the link, authenticated link. Okay, but first we log in, and you need to get this authenticated link after your password enter. So you can copy this link here. This is the command wget. If you see, password authentication already attached here, right? So now what I will do, I will copy this link from here and go with the server, and we are already in correct location. Okay, so wget, and I'm providing the link. It will start download for Oracle software. And as this is AWS machine, as I said earlier, this is very fast. If this is something like VirtualBox, then it might take some time, but here it will be very fast. Within 1 or 2 minutes, it will download the complete software here. Okay, see, the software got downloaded here. So first download, we are unzipping that software at that location using unzip space the file name. It will unzip in few minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes it will take. Meantime, let me check what is the next step. Okay, see, now what we need to do, if you are using putty only, then you need to install some package for X11 in X11 package for enabling this. Okay, but I will install this package. Also I will tell you how to use MovaXtreme for GUI installation, because there's no need to set any clock on that platform. So first let it complete. Unzip is running currently, so let it be complete. See, a software is unzipped perfectly fine. You can remove it, this zip file, because it is not needed anymore. Okay, software is already unzipped here, right? Now what we'll do, you need to install this package for X11 formatting. So I kept those package name for all the operating systems, but as we are installing Linux 2 on Amazon Linux 2. Okay, so we will install this package only. Sudo, this package needs to install, and see, it is asking to let me run it with using root user, because it is not allowing me to install this package from Oracle user. Okay, and again one more package, this. Sorry, here first we need to confirm. Now again second package. See, all the packages are installed now, right? Now what we'll do, package installation already done, software already downloaded, it is zipped. Now what is the next step, right? So as we are installing here, for GUI installation, I will go with MovaXtreme. So let me tell you how to. Now this step is done from putty only. Let me I'll keep it open, but let me take another session, that is MovaXtreme. Okay, MovaXtreme. This is another application just like putty, but this is some advanced versions. It is used for SSH, and many other features are also available. So it is good for GUI installation. Okay. Now what I need to do here, I need to copy the public IP address from here. We will configure the connection just like putty here. So SSH session, and here SSH. This is the IP address, and we'll go advanced SSH setting. Here you need to use the putty private key. Okay. Download. We have already have private key, right? So already done. Now what I need to do, I need to click on OK. The previous connection was, let me delete this to avoid any confusion. So this is the new connection of our machine. Okay, here you can sign in EC2-user. it will allow you to sign in, right? So just like putty, we have configure this connection in Movax theme. Now what we'll do, the next step is, see, for Oracle Linux you need to set some false image first using Oracle. Okay, so here I will switch to the Oracle user, switch to Oracle, and it will ask for the password. We will provide the password. Here you can see who am I. This is Oracle. Okay, and what is the current location? This is the Oracle base location. From here what you need to do, you need to select this some false image. Okay, so you can go with this export false image here, or you can go with any other image, for this installation I'm using Amazon link, so you will select this. You can also select this. Okay, but make sure from this path only you need to export this false image. Now what we'll do, sudo switch to, or cd $oracle underscore home. You need to go with this location. What is the location? Let me check. This is the location, right? Where our run installer is there. Let me check. SFNLRT run installer. Okay, see, it is there. Now we are good to go. So we already export this, we already at this location. Now what I need to do, I need to launch the run installer from here. So /run installer. Okay, it will throw error, unable to verify the graphical display setup, but it will launch within a few seconds. Okay, see, so the GUI is already launched. Now we'll follow some steps to get it done. Let me minimize the previous screen. Okay, and we will just follow this wizard to install and create a database software. Okay, see, here there are some options: create and configure single instance database, and here we can only set up the software. So in this case I'm going to create a database along with software. So let's follow the first step. Click on next, and here what kind of system class? It is desktop. It is applicable for laptop or your desktop, but some limited option, or you want to build as a server class. So this is my machine, just like server. Okay, on AWS. So I will go with server class to check what are the advanced options are there with this class. Okay, and here you can select enterprise edition or standard, what kind of edition you want to go with. So I will select enterprise edition and click next, and this is the base location which we have configured earlier, so let it be as it is. And this is the inventory location, and here what it is asking, what kind of database it is, general purpose database or data warehousing. So we will select general purpose for this case, and here it is a ORCL Oracle ID. Okay, and create as a container database, let it be same. Here it is asking memory or some configuration, so let it be default. No need to change anything. This is character set, but in real time you need to configure, let me go with previous screen. Real time you need to set these things as per the customer requirement. Okay, so make sure you are referring the correct one, but I'm going with default just for this testing purpose. Okay, and the file system, we are using normal file system, not ASM. So this is the path, and here you need to it is asking you want to register this database on some OEM cloud. There is some other host on the OEM cloud is running, and that you want to give the detail. No, I will go with default one. Enable recovery, yes, I want to enable recovery. So this is the recovery area. Next, and it is asking for the password. So this is the time where we set password for system and PDB admin other users. So I'm in this case I'm setting the same password for all these things instead of setting separate password. Okay, make sure you remember this password, otherwise you will not able to connect later. Okay, next, see, here it is asking for the users, so I will select all the users as a DBA for now. Okay, it will be DBA. Next, and it is asking automatically run configure script using root user. So I will manually run those scripts just to show you it. You can also select automatically. Okay, so I will not checking this because I'm going to run those scripts manually. Click on next. It will start installation here, right? And it is saying some warnings there's a problem with swap size is low, so you can ignore this warning and you can continue, and it will confirm are you going to ignore those warnings. So you can say yes, I want to continue. So this is a summary of the installation, what kind of configuration, everything is there. You can save this response file for later. Okay, you can save it so that in case anything is needed you can go with silent installation. So Oracle folder only you can save it, whatever location you want you can save it. Okay, save. Now I will go with installation. It will start installation. Meantime, let me connect new session so that some root script we can execute. I will take another session from putty. Okay, and this is my machine, ec2-user. Okay, and I will sudo switch to root. This is my root user already, putty session is already there. So when it comes to execute some script, we will execute those script from root user. Okay, so it will take some time to get it complete. Let it be complete first. Now in between it is asking to run these scripts as a root user. So I will copy this path. Okay, and we'll go with here, and I will execute directly from root user. See, this is executed. The second script is let me copy the second script as well. I copied second script from here and I will execute this one as well. Okay. Now we will say okay. The script is already executed, and after okay, everything is quickly fast because this is a AWS machine. I already told in previous, it is very fast. So finally, the Oracle installation is successfully completed. If you see, the configuration of Oracle Database is successful, and Oracle Enterprise Manager link is there. So we will copy this link just for our purpose. Okay, let me copy this link here only, so that we will use this later. Okay, now we can close this dialog box that is already completed. Now, how to test that? So test that, what we'll do. Okay, so using root user, I need to execute this script again because it was not executed fully previously. So sudo to right, so hyphen, and we will execute it again. No need to do anything. Now it is done. So how to now connect to the database? So sudo to Oracle. Now we have connected. Now let me export Oracle echo underscore sid. So sorry, this spelling is missed, problem. So echo dollar Oracle underscore sid. This is the sid ORCL. Now echo dollar Oracle underscore home. So we will these are the things. Now what we'll do, we will set the environment dot ora env, and here we will provide ORCL, and it will ask for the Oracle home location. So this is the Oracle home. Now our environment is set. Now how to connect? Secure plus SSDVA. Now we are getting connected here, right? So this is the all about how to install, how to create Amazon Linux 2 machine on AWS, and how to install 90C on that. Let me quickly check. So there is a blog W3BT. Here you can find lots of interesting scripts. Okay, so on database info, I kept some important stuff here, so you can go through it only. So this is the script. Let me copy paste to check the database information. Okay, see, here's the database information. Database name ORCL, unique name, creation time 21st March, read write mode, no archive log, primary, and this database role is primary, SID is this, and this is the instance SID, this is the host name. Okay, and the startup time 21st. Currently this is open, active, connection allowed, version 90, right? Like this, you can go for it, and no worry, I'll provide this documentation link as well in the video description, so that you can use this for a reference purpose. For this video, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.